Tonight I actually had the awesome opportunity to hang out with some of my movie friends, Big Gabe at Stuff Radio Entertainment and Christian at Cobster Reviews, and we got to see a very early screening. This movie doesn't come out for another 3 more weeks. The film that I'm talking about is the incredible true story called Captain Phillips. It is a brand new movie starring Tom Hanks and Catherine Keener, and it's directed by one of my favorite filmmakers, especially with subject matter like this, Paul Greengrass. I should also mention that the screenplay is written by Billy Ray, who was given some really good movies, some movies like Breach and Shattered Glass. But Paul Greengrass is known for directing films like The Bourne Ultimatum and The Bourne Supremacy, but also directing some really great documentary, quasi-dramatic films like Bloody Sunday and United 93. His brand new film does tell a true story as well. It tells the story of Captain Dick Phillips, and he is just a normal man who, his job is a captain of a freighter. He's traveling from one point of the world to another point of the world, crossing some very dangerous waters. And during that tale, the true story does happen in 2009, but he's just doing what he normally does, and in the process some Somalian pirates come and attack him and bad things happen. This is a story that was in the news. There's a book based on the story written by Dick Phillips himself. This is a story that does tell a tragic story. It's very sad. It does tell it from both points of view, but mainly in the incident, in the whole scenario of what's going down. We're always in the moment of what's happening. We do get a little bit in the beginning of where the captain came from, and him and his wife. Catherine Keener plays his wife. She's a very small part. You only really see her in the beginning of the movie. And then you get to see a little bit of the Somalian side and kind of where they're coming from, what their motivation is, and when it all comes down, it is very, very fascinating. This movie is one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm going to say it outright right now. I think it is one of the best films of the year because of everything that I mentioned. I mean, the acting, the direction, the cinematography, the way, the writing in this film. Tom Hanks gives an amazing performance, and if he gets nominated for an Oscar, I would be extremely happy. Of course, he is a big Oscar favorite, so anything is possible. This is just an incredible story, and I didn't know much about it before going in, other than the fact that I knew it was about a real man, and that it was based on a book, and it was in the news, and we learned all about it, especially from the real man. So that's no surprise. But what I did not know about it is how it all went down, how everything happened. I didn't really know all the details, and I'm not going to go into those details because that was some of my enjoyment of the movie. Yes, I found enjoyment in this tragedy just because I loved this movie as a movie. Now, as a story, it is sad, it is happy, it is exciting, it is interesting. It held my attention to the very, very end. Near the end, I got very emotional, especially how this all goes down, and I felt for everybody that involved. I think Tom Hanks is a big front runner, and I think Paul Greengrass is a huge front runner for Best Director in my opinion. But I would like to mention the guys, the unknown guys, the actors. I don't know where they came from. The ones that played the Somalian pirates, especially the one that leads them. I think they name him like Skinny or something. They call him Skinny, his nickname, because he's really skinny. He gives an amazing performance as well, and I would love to see him as Best Supporting Actor, just because I think he deserves it. And it's a very sad performance at the same time as you kind of sympathize with him just a little bit because you understand where he's coming from, what pressure that is on him. And I was very moved by this movie. This is an experience that I'm not going to forget anytime soon. This movie is rated PG-13, but it really uses that PG-13 almost to R-rated territory, and not because of the language. Not a lot of bad language. It's just like the whole idea and the scenario and the whole presentation of this film is it's not an easygoing experience. But it is very interesting. It held my attention throughout the entire film, and I was very moved by this film. And it's a film that I would highly recommend. You should go see it, especially if you're a Tom Hanks fan. And hopefully you'll forget that it's Tom Hanks in this role. He does such a great job in this movie that for a while I didn't see Tom Hanks anymore. I saw a man who was suffering and was trying at all possible to get out of this situation. This is, again, a very moving film, a film that I just absolutely love, and I'm grateful that I got to see it. It comes out October 11th in 3 weeks from the time that I'm doing this review. I do recommend the film. I would highly recommend that you go see it. Paul Greengrass has made another great film. I would almost consider this is part of his trilogy with Bloody Sunday, United 93, and now Captain Phillips. These kind of true storytelling told in a very realistic way, because I think Paul Greengrass comes from a documentary background. I don't know that for sure, but just from these 3 movies, I feel like he came from documentaries first, and now he's making features, and I don't know what he's going to be doing next. For the fans of the Bourne trilogy, I would hope that he probably goes back to the Bourne movies, because he's very popular doing that. Just don't shake the camera as much when you make the Bourne movie. There is some shaky cam in this film, but it helped to add to the movie, unlike the Bourne movies where it was almost like a seizure was happening there. I always got a sense of the movie. I cared about the characters. I care about this real man, and I think this is a really amazing film. He probably doesn't want to be considered a hero, but it is a great film to show that this man is a hero, and this is a great film for his legacy. So when he lives and he dies, we'll always have this film. Oh, my review is up. So I'm going to give Captain Phillips 4 out of 4 stars. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And if you have MoviePass.com, or if you don't, check out MoviePass.com and go and see this film, Captain Phillips, October 11th. Before I go, I just want to give a shout out to my good friends Big Gabe of Stuff Burrito Entertainment. Please subscribe to his channel. Hopefully he'll do a review for this film. We did a review for We Live Film, and it'll be posted up very soon. But we didn't do it alone this time. We did it with Christian at Copster Reviews. And please go and check out Copster Reviews on YouTube. I'll put these links in the description box below, and please subscribe to these guys' channels. They work really hard, and they love films and live it, and so do I. And you should too. Always live film. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.